Kelsie, what's happening?
Oh, so many things.
You have had a busy day already, and it's Monday.
I know, it was like, I just need to get to the theater. I was trying to walk and then I found an Uber, but of course, traffic in New York is ridiculous. So, but I made it. I
That's
made it.
amazing. You made it. You made it. What time? Well, you got to what? Till 4 o'clock? 3:30, 4 o'clock?
Yeah. And then you start like warm ups, vocal, physical, hair, makeup, all the things.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
do me a favor. Take your phone and turn it sideways for me. Yeah, amazing.
Is that okay?
Oh, May.
Okay, cool. I know. I didn't know until, gosh, what, like an hour or two ago? Three, like maybe that this was happening. So I don't have my computer with me. And I was like, well, I can have my phone. I hope that's okay.
I prefer the iPhone. The audio sounds amazing. You look
Oh,
great.
good.
I
Thanks.
feel
You
like I
too.
know you already.
Oh, good.
I have known about you for so
Yeah.
many years. And
Oh,
I'm such, Melinda's such a dear friend. Your manager, Melinda's such a dear friend
yeah.
of mine.
Oh my gosh, I
She
love that.
she told me about you so many years ago, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Man, pay attention." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm paying attention." So then I got iShowcase
Oh,
Music Podcast to a certain level, and I'm like, "All right, let's get her on there. Let's go ahead. Let's get this
yay.
interview rocking." It's a
Oh,
small
well,
world thing
thank you.
because like I have some friends that have done the Broadway. We're going to get into all this, but
Yeah.
Six, my friend Holly Conway, who
Okay.
was Miss Louisiana. She was also first runner up in Miss America, and she did a song for
Wow.
me I produced, and I don't know
Okay.
even know if you know Holly. I don't know, but
I
I
don't
know
think
she's been
so.
doing some stand-in stuff for that show and loves it, and she was also in Tina. Um,
Oh, cool. Oh my
so
gosh, that's
and then of
amazing.
course our mutual friend Joey is rocking over at Juliet.
Yes,
So Broadway's on
Joey.
fire right now, man.
I know. Oh my word, it's crazy. So many cool people here right now. For
Broadway
real.
is crazy. He's having
Yeah.
fun on that run. So
Oh yeah.
I love seeing so much success on so many different levels. And
Same.
I
It's so
I
cool.
can't congratulate you enough for everything you're doing. And
Thank you.
um, this isn't this interview isn't just a complete brag fest
Nah.
and all your accolades. I want to get into some good things,
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
audition process for Broadway. Let's just start there. I mean,
Yeah.
how was that for you?
So crazy enough, I didn't seek this out. I was doing a show in a showboat, and at the meet and greet post show, this lady came up to me, handed me her card, and said, "Hey, I'm casting for a Broadway show, and I would love to chat with you." And I've never done musical theater since like high school. So I've never done it professionally before. And she was like, "Hey, let's just like chat." So I got to know her. That was 2020. So COVID happened,
Yeah.
craziness, The Voice happened. And in 2021, Six reached out and asked if I would audition. And I was like, sure. I think it was for the first national tour. And they actually were bringing me in for Parr, for Catherine Parr, the sixth queen. And made it through Chicago, made it to New York, and then I got cut. And I was like, wait, you called me. Why am I cut? Hold on. And I emailed the casting director and I was like, hey, what can I work on that would like make me better? Like what is it? Basically, why did I get cut, but in a professional way, you know?
Right.
And he was like, have you ever acted before? And I said, no, I haven't. He said, okay, if you can work on that, that would be amazing. And so I asked him for a coach and he gave me a recommendation, started working with him immediately. And so the next year they called me back, made it to very finals, and it's still for Kathy Parr. And for whatever reason, didn't get cast. And the next year, they were like, "Hey, we want to bring you out for a boot camp. We'll fly you out. We'll pay you to be here." And it was like a 5 day intensive with
Wow.
maybe 20 other girls. And this is the first time they called me just for Jane Seymour. So they called me for Seymour. The whole week we were doing different choreography styles, one-on-one acting, one-on-one singing. And I didn't expect anything to come from it. Honest to God. I was like, well, cool. That was fun. Got a lot of really awesome education from like the top people in the industry. And I didn't hear anything until a year and a half later. So last year in like August, I get a call and they're like, "Hey, would you be interested in doing this still? We have an opening on Broadway in January." I was like, "What?" Like, what? I mean, sure. Like, let's see if, it wasn't like an official offer, but they wanted to make sure I would like even be interested. And so a couple months later, then I got an official offer and was like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm moving to New York. Like, I
Wow.
just, yeah, it was,
That's a great story though, because
it's
they
crazy.
saw after you. You didn't have to um you didn't have to beg for the gig. They begged for you to be on that
Mm,
gig. Speaking of the devil, you know what? I have to take a break because
yeah.
Melinda's chiming in. And I didn't know she wanted to be on, so she's going to go live with us.
Oh, fun.
All right, let's see. Or I don't think she knows that we're actually recording because I use the Zoom as the
Yeah.
recording for the podcast.
Right.
Melinda, you
Yeah, yeah.
there? Trying to get her to unmute. Let's see. I don't think knowing her, she probably didn't want to be on the interview.
I mean, I would assume not.
I just we
I'm
both know
here.
her,
I'm
right?
here and I'm interrupting.
God bless America. We were rolling, girl.
I know. Isn't that fun?
I miss you.
I interrupted an interview. That was my favorite thing to do.
Only to me.
That
Only to me and
Only because
Kelsie.
you left me spinning for 3 minutes. So,
Because she
all
was
right.
in the middle of telling us about her audition process. That's what we're doing.
Goodbye.
Love you. I might just keep that in.
honestly.
You know? Remove. Remove. I love her.
So
I'll tell you
funny.
what, which is a great segue.
Yeah.
When you have people like Melinda and you have
Uh-huh.
people like your PR company
Yeah.
and everybody just supporting you and has your back and believes in you, and she's believed in you for many years. Like I told you, I've known about you for a
Yeah.
while. We just had the, and we have so many mutual friends. I just haven't had the honor to meet you in person and everything. But
Yeah.
when you have a team like that behind you, man, I get
It's
goosebumps
cool.
thinking about it because
Yeah.
everybody, and I've always said, never want it more than the artist does, which
Hmm.
means I will never manage somebody or produce somebody who I'm pulling teeth and I'm trying to get. No, you already got
Right.
to be the Olympian, man, and you are.
Yeah.
And
Thank
your
you.
vocals, woo, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Thank you so much.
If I lose the truth, cause when I'm taking off the mask, this is still the face I have after midnight. Hey, yeah. No, I don't wanna wait until midnight for you to choose. No, I don't want the happy ending if I lose the truth. Cause when I'm taking off the mask, this is still the
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna keep throwing. I'm gonna go squirrel on you, and I know you
No,
can
that's
hang.
fine. That's totally fine.
I
Yeah.
gotta talk about Brandon because the love
Yeah.
of your life, quote, my best friend. I got one of those too. I got a
Yeah.
best friend. I've been married 30 years and
Oh, wow.
27. But I got to tell you,
Yeah.
that man can sing.
I know.
Y'all's harmonies are real.
Thank you. He's great. I keep telling him he needs to sing more.
I was like, look, I was stalking your IG to learn as much as I could, as fast as I
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden I started listening to him and started hearing. I think you guys did "Endless Love" on one of them, and I was just like,
Yes.
I'm like
Yes.
that.
That one's
That was
still, my gosh, it's still climbing. It's at like 6 million on just one platform. And it keeps like randomly, it'll just pop off. And I'll be like, what is popping off right now? And it's always that one.
I want to
People love that
hear.
one.
I want to hear. Man, kudos to him. Kudos to Love. 5 years
Yeah.
married. Seems like
Yeah.
you guys are as happy as can be, and
Yeah. He's awesome.
finding
He's just the best.
love is not easy. So
Yeah.
it
I know. It was worth
happens.
the wait. It
Oh,
was worth the wait
oh.
for sure.
Do you guys see a duet in your future, or have you already done one?
I don't know if he would ever actually do it. Like, I mean, he loves singing for fun. But being on a stage and performing in front of people scares the heck out of him.
Hmm.
He's just like, nope, I'm good. If we're in our kitchen, like chilling, awesome. But in front, it would take a lot. It would take a lot. Maybe he will one day. If I get to like do my own tour, I'll just say when. When I get to do my own tour,
I was getting ready to
I will,
correct you.
yes, I will bring him, I'll bring him with me and see if he'll do a duet.
You had mentioned The Voice,
Yes.
so tell me about that experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was during COVID. So it actually provided a little bit of a job whenever all of our jobs just went to hell in a handbasket.
Hmm.
So I was really grateful for that. But I went into The Voice knowing it's not going to make me famous. It's not going to get me millions of streams. It is a platform where I'm going to get a lot of eyes and if I can capitalize on the amount of eyes that I got during that time, then I knew it would at least help me along the way. It would be like a little stepping block.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it did. It got me a lot of exposure, which was really great, and provided some income in a time where we didn't have any. And so it was, I mean, it was a good experience. It was a lot of fun. I met a lot of cool people. One of my best friends I actually met while I was there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. But it did, it gave me a little, like a very small following. I gained some fans of actual like Kelsie Watson, not just Kelsie on The Voice, which was good, and got me a blue check mark before you could pay for it. So,
Oh.
hey, like, I mean, so, and that
And
actually
what, you
helped
got
me.
like a million? How many followers do you have? Over a million, right?
Yeah, on Instagram, 1.1 million, and on TikTok, 1.8 million.
Make sure you share this
Crazy.
podcast for me. That's all I ask.
I will. I got you. Duh. Duh.
No, I'm joking. Because a friend of mine, funny part of my Nashville Connect, and I don't mean to keep throwing other people's names on your
No, yeah.
interview, but Jackie Rohr is a friend of mine. I think she got fourth place a season ago, 2 seasons ago, and I just
Oh, okay.
okay, big powerful voice.
Cool.
You have a big powerful voice, so I
Yeah.
think the voice, because the producers will call me and want me to send them people to oh, you don't have to stand in the line of 30,000 people, just come on private auditions, and I'm honored, but I'm like, it takes
Yeah.
a special someone to pull that off, even to get on that show. It's a combination of a
Yeah.
couple things, and you have what
Hmm.
it takes, she had what it takes, and I just like hearing people's experience.
Yeah.
Because every story is so different and vibe, but I always hear that the producers and everybody are just so kind, and
Yeah.
it's stressful. I mean, live TV is always going to be stressful
For
for sure.
sure.
But you did
Yeah.
good. So
Cheers.
basically, I was listening to After Midnight, love it,
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
different vibe, and you got some new stuff coming up, right?
Yes, I'm so excited. On Friday. It actually releases Friday on June 20th.
Awesome.
It's called Fit In. And it's honestly the first song I feel is the most me that I've been able to write and produce and release.
I do. You wanna fit in when you're just trying to breathe in, and all of these thoughts that are telling you to break out this box, break out these chains, take off the weight of the world. Never too late. So why do you wanna fit in when you already
It's
do?
not only like with the message, but also with like sonically the sound. It's very pop rock. Like I love the guitars in it. But it's still very pop forward, which I like. So as far as the sound, I'm like, oh, I feel like this is like a Kelsie Watts sound. But as far as the message of it, I was sitting with my producer DQ in Nashville one day, and it was actually the first session that we had ever written together, and we were talking about, just different things, what had been on our hearts and on our minds, and kind of where we were at. And I don't know how we got onto the topic, but I started talking about high school, middle school. I was never the cool kid. I was never invited to the parties, never had a date to prom. Like, I was friendly with everybody, but like I wasn't like in the in crowd.
I wouldn't
I
think
wasn't.
that though. I mean, you're personable. I
Thanks.
mean, I don't,
I mean, thank you. I had, I had friends in choir and theater, and I always got along with everybody, but I definitely wasn't cool. I didn't dress super cool. I was the girl that liked to sing, and that was kind of it.
yeah.
But I remember always wanting to fit in though. I mean, even into college, I wanted to be the cool kid. I wanted to be invited to the parties. I wanted to, be the pretty skinny girl that all of the guys wanted to date. And I never was. I really just never was. And my whole, early school career, I kept trying to change who I was to mold into different characters, or well, maybe if I change my hair color I'll fit in, or maybe if I wear this outfit I'll fit in, even just like very superficial things.
Mhm.
And that took a really long time to realize I don't need to do that I'm already awesome because I'm me. And I think it's
Amen.
such an important message So that way everybody else knows like they already belong. They already have a place to belong. And so there's no reason to alter yourself and who you are because you already fit in just because you're you. And the people that fit in also don't fit in. Like they're also trying to be something that they're not 9 times out of 10. And so it just really breaks everything down in this song to where you really come to the base of like humanity and things like with social like things like with social media, you know, you see highlight reels of everybody else. You constantly, it's a comparison game. And with Fit In, I wanted people to really take away that you don't need to compare yourself to other people. You just be you. It sounds so freaking cliche, but just be you. And it gave me an empowerment writing it because even as an artist, you know, let's say coming off of The Voice, I was very, very, very strongly encouraged to release specific types of music that
Mm.
people thought were best for me or would sell best or, you know, this is
Labels are
what you
really
should
good
do.
at that, right?
Yes. Yeah, lots of people that think are they're like, you should just do this or you should be just really pop. I was like, I have lots of tattoos and my hair changes colors and I am pop, but there's like a rock aspect that I love that's just part of me, you know, but I just because I can sing ballads doesn't mean I want to be the next Adele. Like I that's not Kelsie. The world already has an Adele. The world already has a Celine. They already have a Sabrina Carpenter. Like the world needs a Kelsie Watts. And so even as an artist, it took me years to really like strip away what everybody else told me I was supposed to do, what would sell, what I should post on social media, how I should do my hair, how I should dress, how much makeup I should wear or
Mm.
not wear. And I finally just said, nope, I'm done. Nope, I'm just gonna be me. And crazy enough, that's when things started to really work out. Is when I just said, nah, if I want to wear makeup, I will. If I don't, I'm not going to. If I want to wear all black all the time, I'm just gonna because I like it. You know, if I want to dye my hair red, then I'm just gonna do it because I like it. And I want people that listen to not only Fit In, but my music and that follow me in general to walk away knowing that they belong with me. Like they belong in my group. Like I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, I don't care who your mom is, who your dad is, who your sisters are. Like you belong in my world, you know?
I love that. And
Yeah.
you make so many valid points as far as I think it's twofold. I think the one battle we all have in life, especially adolescents, growing up, is finding out who you are,
Right.
figuring out who you are. I always laugh at the prom king and queen in high school. Probably most of the time aren't as successful as they were. That might have been their peak in high school, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you take our occupation, you take what we do in the entertainment business to another level, and
Hmm.
then you're trying to find yourself as an artist. And I
Yeah.
think
Gosh.
so you have you as a human being trying to find yourself, and then you have you as an
Yep.
artist trying to find yourself. And I
Yep.
think you found the happy recipe to combine the two. I
Yeah.
think the secret here is once you can figure out who you are,
Hmm.
the music just flows and the artistry will just flow being who
Yeah.
you are. And that's the beauty for me of remaining I've been independent my whole life.
Yeah.
Meaning, independent releases and,
For sure.
you know, because I don't know. I don't know. Nothing against big record companies. I think big record companies have their place and they're great. And I love the ones
Yeah.
that are like, look, become a subsidiary. You already got it done. You've already got it mastered. It's already out. You already got a million people
Yeah.
listening to it. Wow. Let us
Yeah.
help you market it. Let us help you get to the next level. That
Right.
way, you look at the old. I don't know how much you know this story, and I don't know all the details, but
Yeah.
the big crazy drama between Kelly Clarkson and Clive Davis when she went in
Yes.
there and was like,
Yes.
"I
Yes.
want to be
Yes.
me. I want to sing my stuff," and I'm a big Kelly
Right.
fan,
Yeah.
and
She's great.
and you think about it, wow, and she had that was a rough couple years for her, and that was a rough
Yeah.
battle, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard when they mold you, and so many people put so much money behind you. It's
Hmm.
hard to say no, and you're in a
Right.
great you're postured beautifully to be able to be you, and
Thank you.
the
Yeah.
song's great. I think your vocals are just no auto tune needed for sure.
Thank you. Thanks.
And I was looking at some of the live performance stuff you're doing, and it's just
Yeah.
it's been a while. You give goosebumps, and
Thank
it's been a
you.
while since I've heard an artist give goosebumps. And I think as long as you keep giving goosebumps
Yeah.
and you keep making people, feel what you're feeling
Hmm.
and fitting in. I mean, everybody
Yep.
wants to fit in. Who doesn't want to fit in?
I know, for real. Yeah.
And tell me about your tattoos, squirrel.
Ah. So hold on, let me see. I have so many. There's most of them are like, so they're all watercolor. My artist, his name's Chip Harbin in Nashville. I will never go anywhere else to get like a massive piece done. Like he's my guy. He's my guy.
Nice shout out. Everybody
Yeah,
has
yeah,
to have
yeah.
a guy,
Nice
right?
shout out, Chip Harbin. And I mean, he started doing my tattoos, gosh, in 2013, 2014. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I have stuff from like this was a cover up, and so I just like I love like cheetahs and big African cats. They're my favorite. I think they're so cool. But I mean, I have an anchor over here, and I got this random one in Brazil because there was a flash tattoo shop in the. I was singing with Joss Stone and at the town festival, and in the artist area, they had a tattoo shop just set up, and they were like, "Here, flash tattoos, they're free." And I was like, "Well, duh, of course I'm gonna get a tattoo in Brazil." But I have a tiger over here because my dad always said I have the tiger growing up. I have, a big Disney castle and a map of Neverland with like Peter Pan and
That's
I
awesome.
mean, yeah, like there's lots of different ones. I have one on my side that I have matching with Brandon. We both wrote in on handwriting "Till Death Do Us Part," and then gave it to each other. And then the tattoo artist did it in our handwriting. And then I have a big one from my brother on my side. And so there's I have quite a few. I think
You're
like
gonna run out of canvas.
I know, and I really like where I'm at right now. People keep asking if I'm going to get another one, and there's nothing I want at the moment. So
Yeah.
I'm not the kind of person, I think this is the only time I've ever just gotten something random, like where I was like, yeah, that's cool. Everything else has been very thought out, very methodical, like make sure I have a print and a stencil, like all of the things. And, but yeah, I guess when I want something else, I'll think long
You
and hard about it.
Well, it's funny, and yeah, I loved how you plugged your tattoo artist because
Yeah.
I have a show called Beyond the Tattoo,
Oh,
and it was all,
no way.
yeah, I swear, and it's all based on like every tattoo has a story, and we're here to tell it. It's about 7 episodes.
Oh, I love that.
Started it back in 2018.
Yeah.
The dude Frankie, who's actually a friend of Melinda. I think Melinda knows him, but he did
Uh-huh.
cross on Justin Timberlake's cross. He
Oh,
did
no way.
Metallica's neck tattoo, and we went up
That's
to Annapolis,
awesome.
Maryland, and filmed him. And yeah, so I am enthralled by the stories. There's one guy, a buddy of
Yeah.
mine, Johnny Black,
Uh-huh.
tattooed his eyes black. I'm like, why, dude?
What?
His
You
eyeballs,
can.
and it tells the story. I tell the story about how that all started.
I
If we
didn't
can go
even know
into
you could do that.
it takes him about 20 minutes in sunlight yeah, and his story's wild. In short, he had night terrors his whole entire life.
Yeah.
And the creature that would give him the terrors had black eyes.
Yeah.
This dude's the real deal. And it's just fascinating to me. Because tattoos are forever. I mean, but the pain of lasering them off and all that is crazy too
Oh,
for people.
oh, yeah.
But
It's nuts. Wow.
it's I,
I didn't even know you could tattoo your eyeballs.
yeah.
Like, that is
I'll throw I'm
crazy to
gonna throw
me.
a picture up so you can see what I'm talking about. You'll be like,
Yes.
oh
I was
my
gonna say, I
God,
want to see it because that is
this dude.
wild. Wow. That takes a lot of guts. Because I mean, what can you can you numb your eyeball like with drops? I know they do
I
at the
always ask the
doctor,
question,
but
can you put them back to white? Can you tattoo them back to white once they're black?
there's no,
I'd be scared to death of even trying anything like
same.
that.
I'd be like, I don't want to lose my eyesight. I don't even get
No,
that's crazy. Wow, but what a story. That's
I'm already
amazing.
no, yeah, it's crazy. So I
Yeah.
saw but your ink's well done, and I like the
Thank
watercolors,
you.
and I love how
Yeah.
you keep saying Nashville because um,
Yeah.
I'm putting my footprint up there, and I have been for quite some time, and there's just good
Yeah.
people up there. So we talk about
They
Nashville
really
quite
are.
often on this
I love it.
So
I do love Nashville for sure.
you got the video, you got the record comes out Friday. Is it just a single
Yes.
Friday?
Just the single on
Okay.
Friday. Yes, yes,
All right.
yes. I'm also right now doing a campaign for the Global Citizens Festival that happens in Central Park. So I'm almost a top 10. I'm in top 15 right now. If I actually win the thing, then I get an excerpt in Rolling Stone and I get to perform at the Global Citizens Festival. And I think you get like 50 grand. And to put that into my music would be insane. I'd be like, because I'm self-funded right now still.
Put that into your pocket.
Well, I mean, yeah, but man, music's expensive. So then I'll be able to put that in music.
You think? Hey, look, that Broadway
know.
check can only go so far, right?
Well, especially when you're living in New York City, like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. If I was
Oh,
if I was still living anywhere else, then yeah. But gosh. So I mean, so right now I'm in first right now, and I think in the next 3 days you get to top 10.
Oh, wait, I voted for you.
Yay! You can keep
I
voting.
took the link. I voted I voted twice for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you can vote once every day, right?
You can, yeah. So that's what that's for. And so if I get to perform in Central Park at this thing, I mean, it's huge visibility. And same thing with the Rolling Stone excerpt. So
That's
it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Yeah. So yeah. But other than that, those are the two like main things right now. Is the single coming out Friday, and then I'm in this contest for the Global Citizens Festival.
Well, I know, I can't thank you enough for spending time with me, because I know your management and PR told me how busy your week is and how many interviews you have and how this and how that. And I was just like,
God, it's
go,
crazy.
girl, get it. Hey, I'm blasting you worldwide on this thing. So we're going to, I want people to learn who Kelsie Watts is, go to at Kelsie Watts Music, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And check out her song from last year, After Midnight, on Friday. Check out her brand new single, Fit In. Can't wait for you. Give yourself a shout out. Tell everybody how else they can get in touch with you, or the best way to get in touch with you.
Yeah. Instagram, Kelsie Watts Music. TikTok, Kelsie Watts. Really, everything else is just Kelsie Watts. Instagram, my name was already taken, so I had to add music to the end of it.
Everybody does that, though. I think that's
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's easy. YouTube Shorts, all the things. So honestly, and I love actually getting to meet people. Crazy enough, I was in the Dominican Republic this last week, and I kid you not, we met 4 different people that came up, and they were like, "Are you Kelsie and Brandon?" I was like, "Hey, what up?" I mean, and I say that not because it's like, oh, we got recognized. No. I say that because I like to actually get to meet people and talk to people. Like,
love that.
I still run my accounts. Like, I still do my best to go through the message requests and actually like see. But like, we took a little Polaroid. I think her name was Rose, and she's from Boston. And I met a guy named Mario buying a water the other day. And today, literally walking down the street today, a guy, Paul was his name. I was taking my umbrella out of my bag, and he goes, "Kelsie?" I was like, "Hi." He goes, "I met you and your husband in Nashville." I said, "What?" I mean, but I love getting to actually interact with people, because it's so much more than just a number on a screen, but it makes it so much cooler. So I always love to tell people, like, please say hello. If you see me or me and Brandon out, like, please say hi. We absolutely love it.
You're saying that now, and that might change in the near future.
I mean, I will say I have mad respect for, A-list celebrities, but I love watching people like Selena Gomez and the way that she interacts with her fans. I've seen Anne Hathaway interact with her fans really well. And even whenever you get to this massive level, I mean, you have your fans to thank for it anyway, So, I mean,
it's just a matter of 3 or 4 people at a stand in New York
at a
versus
bodega.
10,000 people mobbing you.
That is totally fair. Yes. And I know, actually, I said that the other day, and Melinda goes, "Kelsie," she texted me, she goes, "Kelsie, I'm going to have to hire security now. Thanks."
Hey, you know what? And I to bring her up again,
yeah,
she has seen it. She
has. I know.
Tour bus
She's
rocking.
lived it.
And Joey and those guys in sync, will give them a shout out. Chris and my buddies, and she has seen it firsthand. She had to deal with it firsthand, and you're in good hands because.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. It's enjoy. I guess my only advice to you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy the journey. So many people are just so worried about, and I'm completely at fault for this. Everybody just wants to see the end result and get to the end, but they lose sight of the journey. They lose sight of fitting in on that journey.
Yeah.
enjoy it now because 3 or 4 people. Hey, are you Kelsie? That's great, right? Thank you. I
Yeah.
get every great once in a while, but from DJ world, don't whatever.
Yeah.
Not from,
No, which is freaking cool.
and it's cool. It's like, hey, I saw you. See, I do a lot of private events, so I'll get people that have been to like a major convention or a private event or whatever that I did.
Yeah.
Or I did a wedding 20 years ago, and the bride and groom come up to me. Do you remember me? I'm like, what the?
Oh, I
I'm
love
like,
that.
But leaving that impression on someone, I think that's God's work. I think that's what we're here to do through music, through love, through art, through just being kind to one another. And you're doing it. You're.
Thank you.
I can't wait. Well, first of all, we'll talk about Beyond the Tattoo. I'll have you do a whole
I would
cameo
love
and talk
that.
about
We'll
your
do all of
tattoos.
the stories. Yeah, all
And
the
then
stories.
we'll have you back. I mean, are you looking at an EP? Are you looking at finish doing a whole album, or what are you going to do after the single drops?
I mean, I would love to do a whole album, but realistically, on a Broadway contract, I'm doing 8 shows a week. And
Yeah.
so on top, it's a lot just to get one song out while also doing a Broadway contract. So probably realistically, I have a couple songs lined up that I would love to still be able to release like throughout the rest of the year. And depending on what next year looks like, would love to actually be able to go into a studio, sit and write, even if it's just 5 songs, to really like have a solid EP that's like a collection, or if I have time, like to do a whole album. I mean, that's the goal for sure.
It's hard.
But I mean, but with time and like especially with Broadway right now, it's insane.
When's your
crazy.
contract? How long's your contract? I take it the rest of this year. Yes.
Yes, through the end of the year for sure. Yep.
Good. Well, I mean, you got
Yeah.
stability. You're surviving
I
New York
know.
City. You're going to be singing in Central Park. You're going to be on Rolling Stone magazine. I'm manifesting all this for you. That's what I'm talking
Manifesting. Exactly.
about. Well, I can't thank you enough for your time. Have a great
Oh my gosh,
show
of course.
tonight. And congratulations on the release. I'm going to go ahead and try to edit this and get this thing out as fast as I
Cool.
can so we can
Awesome.
definitely help you out on your release and get some more eyeballs.
Yay!
And you got to learn about Kelsie Watts. You're one of the
Thank
good ones.
you.
And I
Thank
love helping
you.
good ones.
Oh, thank you. You're awesome.
All right, Kelsie. Thank you, honey.
Yeah. I'll talk to you super soon.